Today's video is about how to win VA benefits for your spouse. I get a lot of super spouses, as I call them, within my coaching calls, people who help their spouse through this process, and I think that's absolutely amazing. I just want to make this video to equip you to better know from beginning to end how to win for your spouse. Stay to the very end because you need to know this final tip. It's a huge mistake that can be done that could do more harm than good, so be sure to stay for that. Like this video, subscribe. I'm Jordan Anderson, VA Claims Academy. The very first thing that you need to do when helping out your spouse is, number one, you need to meet them where they're at. A lot of veterans have been broken down in service to the point where they feel like they don't even want to be a burden. They feel like they don't deserve a handout, things like this nature. They've been kind of trained to suck it up, to ignore their own needs for the sake of the broader collective. Well, now that completely needs to flip on its head in order to properly, as we know, take care of our families and get this set straight. Help them feel heard, help them feel seen, and that it's actually normal. What they're carrying, these things that they have, they are normal. Just remember this. VVR, validate, visualize, reassure. Validating them, accepting them, making them feel seen. Visualize, hey, this could really help out things around here. You know the kids are about to go through college. Getting them to visualize that victory of what it can look like. And lastly, reassure. You know what? I'm not going anywhere. I got your six. I'm going to help you every step of the way. I'm researching these things. All I need you to do is show up. We got this. Number two, identify what is the easiest condition, maybe one or two, to win. You almost want a guaranteed victory here. The last thing you want to do, once you've finally gotten them motivated, muster up the effort to get back on the horse and risk this rejection again, last thing you need here is a denial. So you need to identify using strategy, and if you have not seen my last video, the top 10 easiest VA ratings to win, updated for 2024, you need to watch that because right now they're overwhelmed. You don't want to bite off more than what you can chew and overload them with a bunch of complex claims and 20 conditions. Go ahead and limit it to a couple, maybe one or two conditions, which you know, hey, we got great shots at getting these approved. Hey y'all, the biggest problem I see and deal with on a daily basis is lack of education in the VA ratings process. If this is you, or if you feel like you could do better, click the first link in the description below to get a preview of the best VA education in the industry. I'll see you there. Number three is to make sure that they're prepared for their big day, the compensation and pension exam. That's another reason why you don't want to overload them with 20 claims, because you don't want to send them in there with 20 conditions to all memorize, oh, how do I convey my story with? One or two conditions, make sure they're equipped for the C&P exam in terms of knowing what to expect. And these are things like don't push past the point of pain, for example. A lot of veterans are trying to impress the C&P examiner, or they think they're still in the service and that it's a lawful order, that the examiner just said bend down as far as you can. No, don't push past the point of pain. They need to be equipped with that knowledge. Bring in your personal statements, a physical copy. Make sure to reference them if you need. It could be your cheat sheet for the exam. Bring in some of the relevant medical records that could really help. Make sure you have a good understanding of how the condition actually impacts your spouse's life. Hey, thanks for sticking with me this long. I know y'all can do this. I've seen it happen over and over again. I know it's a difficult process though. Before you leave, I'm going to leave you with this last tip, which is hugely important. Please do not send your spouse to go apply for an increase without first updating the treatment records. So going to the doctor, if they haven't been to the doctor in a long time, for the conditions that they are already rated for. The worst thing that you could do is you're applying for an increase, your spouse hasn't been to the doctor for existing claims that you have already won, and all of a sudden maybe you get certain increases or you get denied, but the VA takes away those other ratings because on paper they have healed because there's no more doctor's visits. So very first thing, increase your defensive posture by first making sure they go to the doctor, get those treatment records updated, and then you'll be in a good position. If this helped you, make sure you like this video, share it with someone who needs it, definitely subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.